Da se osvrnemo i na, pošto ste sad pomenuli taj Grand Prix i ostalo, ali koliko je bilo ovde tih unutrašnjih trvenja? Da li je možda Milošević u Arkanu video neku vrstu konkurencije zato što je ovaj ušao u politiku pa mu je uzimao glasove i da je možda zbog toga došao do konflikta?
Not at all there. Stranka Srpske jedinstva. I am the foreign affairs spokesman. I was there for that there. It's just another political party. I mean, even the Muslims had a political party at the time there. I mean, there was no that. But clearly the strongest party were the communists, basically. They could masquerade themselves as socialists and what they want. But at the end of the day, it's the red book. It's the Russian book that counts there. But that was never an issue. Stranka Srpske jedinstva, small party, my party. Fratelli d'Italia was a small party. For years, it had less than 4% of the vote. No one took it seriously. And look now. But it took years. It wasn't something that Milošević was afraid of. They had RTS. They had a massive public relations tool and animal at their disposal, which was RTS, and I was part of that. If you look at some of the interviews, many interviews that I did especially with Vesna Jugović, it brought Serbia back onto the map, especially as I knew Clinton quite well. At MGM we backed the Democratic Party, so my first letter was to Clinton about the sanctions in January 1993, I remember that. He'd been elected, but he didn't take office until a few weeks later.
I šta je rekao Clinton?
Well, he was against the sanctions in the first place. I had a reply back from the State Department. I think it was, I can't remember if it was Warren Christopher, or if it was Madeleine Albright, or if it was one of the other lawyers, because they were all lawyers, basically, that we worked with at MGM there. So Clinton, the United States was against sanctions. In fact, they were there, but they rarely applied them. The strongest person that applied sanctions were the British, the Serbian-Montenegro Act, which was ridiculous. It didn't need to do that. Only because they wanted to steal Serbian money, because their banks were in trouble. NatWest was in trouble. If it was not for blocking the accounts of Serbians and that, they would have gone under probably. Douglas Hurd was a director of NatWest Bank. I met him on a number of occasions in the tower there. I know their game. The only reason you block a person is you want to keep their money. Not for political. Who gives a damn about politics? But I found a way around all of that there. So we did have fuel in. We did have cigarettes in. We did have medication in. And let me make crystal clear what we did not have in, me and Željko. Drugs,